Day 8, and we are walking to Richmond. We've just left the caravan park about 20 minutes ago, after our stay in the Phoenix 23, which was the name of the static caravan that Pete, the owner, keeps aside for coast to coast walkers. Wasn't anything special. Did have electricity, which was a bonus because it means we could charge your phones. And a flushing toilet, which we made full use of. Other than that, it was cold. Hell of a lot of dead flies. But no, it was good. Better than sticking a tent up and having to take it down again. So we were quite pleased with that. We ate last night in the Black Bull pub. Ronnie had his second steak and ale pie in a row. I had a lasagna, chips, veg, the Stalwart pub classic. So now we're on the way to Richmond. It's going to take us 10.5 miles to get to Richmond. And then we've got another 3 to 4 miles further on because we're stopping at a place called Brompton-on-Swale. Is that right? Brompton-on-Swale?
Yep.
Where we've booked into a bunk barn, which is basically, again, one step up from camping. It's basically a barn with a bed in it. So just saves. I mean, we've still got to use our sleeping bag and bedding and ground mat and everything. Just saves us having to put the tent up and take it down again in the morning, which gives us an early start for the next day. Because the next day we've got two of our longest days of the whole walk, which is 20.5 miles and then 21 miles the day after. So we've got to get a wriggle on. So yeah, updates to come. It's fairly flat now moving forward until we get into Richmond. Okay, this is Marske. Where are we? Marske. A what? Small town near Normandy. Yeah, apparently. Oh. There we go. Halfway between Reeth and Richmond. So we're 5 miles in. We've only got another 5 miles to go to Richmond. Today's turning into quite a good day actually. We've stormed it. It's only been 2 hours. We've just stopped for a bit of a pack off break and a quick jockey bar. Gold bar for me, Snickers for Ronnie, and a pasty which we bought from the Reeth shop, homemade, not Ginsters, so they will be mad considering they're sponsoring this walk by the fact that we've had about 1,000 Ginsters pasties, hey?
Marathon bar, not Snickers.
Ronnie had a marathon bar. Don't ask me why. So now we're on the way to Richmond. Hopefully we're going to be there by by lunchtime, in time for round 3 of fish and chips. Here's Ronnie doing his wee jig, and there's a reason he's doing his weird jig, and that's because here we're crossing Paddy's little bridge here. No one knows why it's called Paddy's Bridge. We think it might be because it was built by a man called Paddy, or it might have been a gate there to keep Paddy out. You see there's a gate and a wee hook, and that wee hook will have the better of most Irishmen. They won't be able to get through it. They won't know what to do. A wee bit racist from me there. You'll have to forgive me, just being silly. I don't know why, but as soon as I saw Paddy's Bridge, the Irish accent came on and it wouldn't go away. Anyway, we're off to Richmond, so just leaving Richmond now. We've just had some food, went standard chippy. I'm starting to get a bit sick of fish and chips now. But that's my challenge across Northern England. Who does the best fish and chips? So far, Chippy and Kirkby Stephen. Very nice. Have to give a shout out though. We had Chippy. Strangely enough, the Queen's coming to Richmond today. I mean, we thought there was a big procession, army parade, band. We thought it was for us. But no, apparently it's for the Queen. So it's quite busy today. So we were looking for somewhere to have a brew. Everywhere was full. Saw this tiny little doorway, or Ronnie did, a place called Duncan's. Went upstairs, tiny little tea room. There's us with our mammoth rucksacks, but they couldn't have been nicer. Took our bags off us, hid them away. Brought us menus, obviously. We both had tea for 2 each, and cake. Chatting to the woman there, told her what we were doing. Next minute, we're not paying for our teas. The money that was being paid for our teas, they donated to us for our charities. The woman who owns it also gave us a £5 towards our charity, and they also gave us 4 free slices of shortbread for our journey. So we have to give them a shout out. They were really nice people. Like I say, gave us money towards our good causes, and let us just sit there for 40 minutes drinking the world of tea. so that was great. Now we're just on the way back down to the River Swale so we can cross to Brompton. As you can see, the weather's gone a bit crap. Brompton on Swale now is about 4 miles away. We've mooched around in Richmond now for about 2 hours because we've motored it here. So it's 2:30 now. We think it's only going to be about another 2 hours to Brompton on Swale. So we should get there about 4:30, which is fine because we've already eaten. It's just a case of like nip to the shop, get a few supplies, into the bunk barn, see what they're all about. How did you enjoy Richmond, Ronnie?
It's very good. Very nice. The
What was
welcome was very nice.
Yeah, it was good. Do we go over the bridge? I don't think we do. We need to check the map, so we're going. There's the River Swale, by the way. You can hear people shouting, playing football. Okay. Quick update. This is just Richmond again. So I'll let you have a look at the River Swale. Very pretty. Still raining a little bit. And we've just made use of the facilities up there. And now we're taking a bit of a diversion because we're going to Brompton on Swale. We've been given a few directions by some locals, and Ronnie's just checking the route on the Ron nav. We're going this side of the river as opposed to the other side, which you would normally do for Colburn, because Brompton's on this side of the river. You might think the water looks a little bit brown. There is a reason for that. We've basically been following the river from its source, which is in the Pennines. It's very, very peaty up there, which is why it's so boggy, really peaty. And that's why the water's so brown. It's because it flows through peat, which is black. It gives a brown tinge to the water. It's not because it's storage.
Probably quite acidic as well.
There you go. So yeah, there we are. A little bit of factoid for you. You see, you're learning on this trip. You're not just coming with us on a journey coast to coast. It's a journey of knowledge. And there's a little dog over there. Little dog. All right. So we probably won't be updating now because of the rain until we get to Brompton. Just about 4 miles away. We should get there about. No, we're not in an old lady's living room. Though it might look like it. This is the YHA camping barn at Brompton on Swale, which isn't very bad, to be perfectly honest. £10 each, considering camping was £6, so it's an extra £4 to stay here. And we're the only ones here, so we've got a whole downstairs, kitchen, living area. I mean, it is a barn, you can tell it's an old barn. And then upstairs there's 4 bedrooms, again all empty, shower, toilet. So we're going to chill down here for tonight. We've got a big one tomorrow. Tomorrow is to Ingleby Cross, which is where the start of the Yorkshire Moors are, aren't they? And Ingleby on Cliff.
Which is about 10 yards from Ingleby Cross.
Which is 10 yards from it. What? There's no significance to that at all, is there? Ronnie's mad. Walking mad.
If you lived in Ingleby Cross, there'd be a big significance.
There probably will be a big significance, yeah. There's probably a councillor for each town. Excuse me. There's mice in here, I think. So yes, so normally tomorrow people go stay in Richmond, where you obviously saw the video earlier. 10 miles it is from Reeth to Richmond, so it's a nice walk. We caned it in 4 hours. Most people stay there, but that means from Richmond to Ingleby Cross is a huge 23 miles. We've decided to move on originally to Colburn, but having looked in the book, there was nowhere really to stay in Colburn that was any good. So we pushed on another mile to here. So we've already eaten into 4.5 miles nearly of tomorrow's walk, which means we've only got about 18 miles to go tomorrow. It's all very flat, track, road, farm, very flat. In fact, it's slightly downhill. In fact, I implore you to go onto the blog, which you're probably on if you're looking at this video, and have a look at the elevation map. There's just nothing to it. So it's going to be a proper yomp tomorrow. We're going to try and get through it as quickly as we can. It's going to be sore on the feet, but we need to get through it because we've got a big day the next day, but obviously we'll come to that later on. So I think we're signing off for the day now. It's time to just chill out for a bit. The time is now 5:10. Shop over the road, get some supplies in for tomorrow. Still full from lunch. Just relax. Signal? Make a phone call.